Everybody, and welcome to the Morning Blessing. I am Tessa-Marie, and today is Monday, May 27th. Only 4 days left for this beautiful month of May to disappear. So here we are. How are you feeling today? It is that wonderful time. Good morning, Loretta. How are you all feeling today? It's hello. Miss Garland, how are you feeling today? Thanks for joining. This is the Morning Blessings. You're going to get the vitamin for your soul. It's a holiday weekend in the United States, so for all my friends from the United States, I guess you're still snoozing. But once it's 8 o'clock, we're going to start the show. If you join, if your fingers miss like Miss Garland and you press the button, hang on for a bit with us and see if what we're talking about resonates with you. It's always a reason when you push a button. So let's see what we can do with this. 8 o'clock, let's get the show on the road. Good morning, everybody. Here we are. When you are feeling low, or when things are not going your way. Hello, Ryan, how are you this morning? So when you are feeling low, or you're not connecting, hi, Nancy. Happy Memorial Day to you. And you're not connecting, and you're no longer feeling that you have it all. Like everything is falling a little bit off here, something is off here. That happens to all of us. We always find ourselves. Sometimes that things are just not going the way that it is supposed to go. We're feeling low, we're pushing forward, yet we feel like we're going backwards. Some people will actually say, to me, Tessa-Marie, I took 3 steps forward, 10 steps backwards, and you keep going like this. No, that sometimes happens, and that is a feeling. Hi, Lynn, good morning. And that is a feeling that we can get. Because we're human. And it could be something that somebody else has done that affected us. And when we get the memory, it comes back and it pushes us backward. And we are feeling low. When we should know, we should be fired up, ready to go. We've done everything we can. You've done your best. You stood up for yourself. Hi, Peter, good morning. You went forward, you're pushing forward, and all of a sudden you're feeling low. You're saying, oh, I wonder if this is the right decision. You're just wondering and wondering when you should be fired up because you've been doing so much. Good night, Peter. Thank you for dropping by. And you should be so into it. But because, it could be a good day. Some people tell me they feel that way at Christmas. It depresses them. They feel like a day like that when they do not have work, like today, Memorial Day. Some people, their job is where they find hope and joy. They go to work. They talk to people. When they're home, there is nobody to talk with. So that makes them feel low. They're afraid of a holiday. That means I'll be alone by myself. And that is really not nice. Hi, Nancy. Good morning. So when you're no longer connecting with your guidance, with your angel, your God, the universe, whatever you have, that thing, and you feel you're just not connecting with it, no matter what you do, you're having a hard time connecting with it. You have to really take time to look at where you are in your life. When you are experiencing the feeling you are disconnected, or for some reason you are losing your focus, you got that feeling that you can't shake it off. Your faith in what you know and believe is weak. So all of a sudden, even your faith, what you believe in, you find it's weak. You just, I'm having a hard time with this. I cannot believe this. I'll never get this done. I'll never be that person. I'll never get healthy again. And yet, a day ago, not even 24 hours ago, you had this. Good morning, Yoko. But what I know causes that. What I know for sure that will put you in that situation is your lack of saying, I am grateful. It is important. When you are high, excuse me, oh, froggy. When you are high in things are on top of the world, that's when you have to be more grateful. And if you want to take it to that level, when you're high, good morning, Narita, how are you feeling this morning? When you are high and things are really going forward, that is when you have to pray more if prayer is your way of getting there, or you have to be grateful more, or appreciative more, or recognize others more. The thing is, you have to put something outside. so that you can replace that low feeling. When you are low and you're losing connection to yourself, to where you are in your life, what brought you there, stop and begin to ask God, the universe, for a sign that I will see, that you will see and you will understand. You can even say, like whenever good things happen to me, you can say, I always see blue everywhere. Whenever something happened to me, I always see birds or something. If you are in that, thank you, Rita, that's nice to hear that. If you are in a great place in your life and you notice that when you are there, some things are more common. You notice maybe more birds around you, you hear more nice music, or you hear the same sound, or you see a number on your fridge, on your stove, on your watch that you recognize. Everybody goes for 11, 11, 7, 7, or whatever these numbers are. But it's in awareness we get to recognize those numbers. If we are going through life and we're just dancing through it like this, you're like a butterfly. You might go back to the same flower 10 times, but you haven't connected with the flower. Then you will not be able to realize, oh, whenever this happens, I notice my life goes this way. Awareness brings that. In the moment of now brings that to you. You are sitting in it. You have to remember, is the sitting in it that makes it available to you. Recognizing, hey, I am in it. And there I am. And I am looking around me and I see more things. So when you are feeling lost or low, or it is not connecting, and you ask God to give you a sign, the universe to give you a sign, you ask your angels to knock you a little bit over the head with a sign, then you have to recognize that and hold on to that, because and even sometimes, when you ask for a sign, and you don't, and say, I need a sign that what I am doing is the right thing for me to do. And your normal sign is all of what I talked or more. But what about this sign? This sign that you didn't get a sign. Nothing happened. But you asked, I need a sign to know if what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing, or if where I am is where I'm supposed to be. And you ask a sign. You need a confirmation. I need it. And the confirmation didn't come. Do you know that that too is a sign you are on the right path? So when you ask for a sign and you get no sign, that is a sign that what you're doing is good. What you're doing is good for you. It's okay for you. It's okay for you. It mightn't be okay for somebody else. And that is important because you got the sign. This is the sign. Stay put. No other choice. Hold on, grab it. And because sometimes, because we know we have the ability to ask for a sign, we ourselves get a little bit frustrated and angry when we don't get a sign. Because we say, I ask, and then that just boils up more and you're losing focus even further. So if you ask, I am doing this, I'm going to do this, I'm meeting this person, I'm taking these chances, and you asked for that sign, and no sign comes, many of us get angry and angrier and angrier because our friend asked for a sign and she got a sign. And I am asking for a sign for myself and I'm not getting a sign. But what you're asking for the sign for is for you. So if your friend got a sign for her question, her decision, that's fine. Do not get angry because you cannot see the sign or you didn't get the sign you were looking for. Instead of getting mad, be glad. Instead of getting mad, be glad and say, okay, that means what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to do. That means where I am is where I am supposed to be. That in itself is a sign. So you guys remember that. You ask for a decision sign making and nothing comes. And you normally would get upset and say, you know what, I'm going to just give up, I'm going to stop. Obvious, no. Say, okay, so I can't see anything to tell me nay or yea, yes or no, so I'm going to stay on this path until something will come when the time is right to get you to move off this path. My question is, in your life, the life you're experiencing, how many times in this life of yours have you looked at where you are and stopped and realized, I do not have to do anything. I'm going to wait. Have you had that? This is interesting. No sign is also, yes, it's a sign to stay on track. And sometimes you are looking for it and you haven't seen it. So you're right there. I am looking for this. It's not coming. Stay where you are. Because I have something I say. I say, you know what? Somebody once said to me, so-and-so will not do this for you. And I said in reply, the same God that sent so-and-so to do it will send another so-and-so to do it. That is how much confidence I have in that. If you got somebody to do something for you once and they will not return, then you just let it go, because the same God that sent them the first time will send somebody else, because you didn't go looking for it sometimes. How many times have you sat back on your hunches like we all do and say, you know what, I'm going to just trust and wait for God to help me or to guide me, or for the universe to touch me, or my maker to show me which direction to go, or what I believe in. How many times? Because when you wait, you will get an answer. It's patience that gives you the answer. It's the calmness of patience. But if you are low, you need to find out, what is it that has caused you to be feeling so dejected, so lost, so unfulfilled, so tired of pushing and trying and wanting to succeed, and it's just not coming. When you get that low, there are so many areas of our life that will affect us, okay? Look at your 5 pillars. Did somebody say something that emotionally upset you? They said something and it just hit you at the wrong time, but in that place where it triggers like failure, and where it triggered just, you know what, that I should stop, that I'm not good enough. Did somebody say it? Did somebody trigger that for you? And that is your emotion. They said something to you, you know what? You've been doing that for so long. You should be so further ahead. And you take that little thing and you go with it. Every time I talk to you, you say you're paying down your debt, but you always seem to be paying down your debt. Why don't you just... So you might take that. Good morning, Azim. How are you feeling this morning? And you might take that and believe, okay, I'm no longer going to make any effort, because that person triggered it and you're feeling lost. You're saying it's true. You're dwelling on it. So when you're feeling low, you have to ask yourself mentally, what did you do? Because it could be an emotional trigger by somebody else. It could be mentally, what did you do? What are you playing with in your mind? Are you letting your mind go? Thank you, Hazin. Lovely to hear this. Are you letting your mind go over there? Are you reading shows, watching shows, or reading books that make you depressed? Are you scrolling through the internet and looking for the worst stories to retell? You know what I saw on the internet and you saw it, I'm going to call you. And the more you talk about what is bad, the more it makes you feel. It's stuck in your corner. Oh no, the world is coming to an end. I heard this on the news. They said if that happened, then the world is going to come to an end. And so that might be one of the reasons why you're feeling low. What about what you consume physically? What did you eat? So because today is a holiday in the United States, are you going to lie in the bed just because you have a choice to lie in the bed? Lie on your back, or lie on your side, lie on this way. You're lying down all day long. I'm just going to lie in my bed and rest. It's raining. I'm just going to wrap up in a blanket and rest. Okay, when you get up, how do you feel? When you slept in today, how did you feel? You're going to feel like you're chasing the world. The world is still going ahead. And that doesn't mean it's a physical thing to just lie there. It's the worst thing in the world. No, but if it's making your body feel sore, your shoulder hurt because you're lying on your side, and you just took the whole day and you sat in a chair watching. So look at what it does. One action. It's a holiday today. I'm going to sit in my chair and watch TV all day. I'm going to binge. Binge watching TV, binge eating junk, binge looking at sad things, binge feeling low. Did you check to see how that affected you? Okay? Gossiping. You know, my niece told my sister, if she says something to me that they were talking about, and you're going to say, and you go to Tessa-Marie and you tell her, oh, okay, this is going on, that's going on with this one in the family, and what she'll say. I didn't know. So when she told me, I went, okay. And she goes, that's exactly what she said you would say. I said, well, what did you want me to say? I am in the boat, you're in the boat, we're in the ocean in the same boat, and you want me to tell you what is happening on the shore. Think about it. I am in the boat on the ocean with you, and you have something happening on the shore that you figure I should be able to jump in. I said, no. I just went, okay. Oh, that's exactly what they said you would say. I said, what would you like me to tell you when I know nothing about what you're talking about? So that is one way, and that is a spiritual connection. I don't know. Don't ask me. And even if I know, I can choose to tell you or not. But in this case, I just went, okay. So that is what they know about me now. They know for sure that if they come to me with discussing another person, I'm just going to say, okay. Because that is all I can ask. And financially, what is the decision you made that's causing you to feel low? You went and you spent a lot of money, but it wasn't yours. A credit card is a privilege, just like a driver's license. You mess it up, they take it away from you. You lose access to credit because you did something wrong and now you have no money, or you have to pay bills that you cannot afford to pay in this tight economy that we're experiencing all over the world. So when you're feeling low, it's not always a physical ailment. It's several things. And that is why if we can keep or make our decision to keep our emotions intact, something on my face, intact, that we can work on it. Our mental thing and knowing where we are, we can work on it. Physically, what am I doing to my body? Am I eating junk and then tomorrow I'll pay for it and I'll feel low? Spiritually, am I going to discuss others and make them feel bad, even if they're not there and it's affecting me now? I made some terrible financial decision that is affecting me now. So this is one of the things, this is how we have to look at our life. When we are feeling low, we have to go in. And when we go in and we still cannot find the answer, and we are looking for the answer, we can always ask our God for the guidance. What can I do now? What can I do to get out of that funk? And you have to spend time sitting and relaxing and asking questions or walking. I'm sure there is a brush from my makeup brush on my face, so it's just bothering me. When you're no longer feeling connected, you go in and ask, those 5 pillars, which one of them is broken? You are seeking, you need an answer. You cannot stay low. You cannot stay in that low zone because you're only going to attract more low zone. Another place to go to find a little bit of it is to give of yourself in a nice way. And it's not just doing it so they can say you're nice, you did that for them, and you're so... No. Do it for somebody who doesn't really need your help. Do something for someone who you know can do it for themselves, but you just show up. Nothing wrong in just giving somebody a small gift. When you keep thinking that your jug is so empty, that if I take anything from my jug and I give it to Nancy, to Arita, to Loretta, to Azim, to Lynn, to Yuko, and I take it and I give it to you, I will have less. But that is not so. And when the art of giving brings back more joy, you'll feel more connected because you are stimulating God and the universe to fill that cup for you again. The person might not need a gift from you. That person doesn't need to get a birthday card from you. Or they don't need a birthday verse. They don't need a gift card. Maybe they don't. Maybe that is the last thing they need. But you feel like it. When you're feeling low or lost or disconnected, take an action to help somebody else, to bring a smile to somebody's face. That's what we all have to learn to do. So you're feeling low, you check all your 5 pillars, and you have to be honest. Do not call somebody and say, hey, this is how I feel. You think it's my emotional pill of prosperity? No. Be honest. Write about how you're feeling. Write about where you are. It's not because it's my book, in my goal setting journal, right at the beginning, I think it tells you, where are you in your life? Where are you in your life? It says that to you. No one is going to give it to you. So describe where you are on your life's journey. That's the first page. Before you start setting your goals, it tells you to describe where you are on your life's journey. So at that time, just take your book, and any book, your journal, a book, something you can hold on to, and write, where am I on my life's journey right now? What it is. Because the cogs are not matching up, so the wheel cannot turn. The Rubik's Cube doesn't look good because it's not aligned. And you have to work it to bring it to align. So you find any way, you go for a walk, you drink water, you do anything to bring yourself back. You check your 5 pillars. You go to your God. You knock on the door of the universe. You sit in contemplation. You push a little harder. You empty your cup in somebody's cup, even if their cup is filled. Because sometimes you do not understand, or you mightn't notice, that although the cup is full, that person has everything in the world, and you are giving them more. Do you know there's a secret opening in their cup at the bottom, and you cannot see because you are standing right at the level of their cup. But they have a cap at the bottom of your cup. The minute you start pouring, they will release it, and it's pouring into somebody else. So think about it. It is like a chain reaction. You pour in my cup, I cannot hold it all. I must release the stopper at the bottom of the piggy bank to let some of that money out into somebody else's cup. Your concern when you're filling my cup is not how full my cup is already. Your concern is how you are able to fill my cup. And I have to decide, let me release this. Let me give another cup. I have this person been just holding their cup, and that cup is empty, and I'm releasing, you're pouring, I'm pouring, and then we are waiting for when they realize their cup is full, that they too start to empty their cup into another. It's a chain reaction to raise your energy from being lost or feeling low. It's to give. Check in. It's like go to the doctor of yourself. Check your 5 pillars. See which one you can tweak. Call unto your God and say, or the universe, hey, I am feeling low today. What can I do? Show me a sign. Give me a sign that I am on the right track. And then you get no sign. That too is a sign. Then you are on the right track. You get a sign. And that sign, you follow the sign. Don't ignore it and think that you are so great and mighty that it came from your brain. Give the universe a chance. Give God a chance to step in and say, you are okay. And when you have done all of that, stop and ask yourself, when last did I say hello to somebody? When last did I pick up my phone and send an iMessage to someone to tell them how much you appreciate them? When last? When last did you go in and you said to that one, can I help you do this? I know how to do this. There is no charge. It's not everything you do that you must get a fee for. Sometimes the price that you are expecting can be quadruple because you let it go. I always said, I told you this story with my dad when he built architect construction, and his family business was supposed to bring in hundreds of bags of cement. They didn't, or one of them was being mean and sold it to somebody else. But anyway, the point is, what he was expecting from them, it didn't materialize. One of his employees, I knew this man, Toby was his name, he said to my father, Bouge, there's another guy that imported cement. And you know, I went there and I got 2 bags and he delivered it to my house for me to build my step. So why don't you go see him? My dad went to see that other guy and told him, you know, he's looking for cement. And he said, oh, how did you know? He said, well, this person told me how you treated him and you even dropped it to his home. So do you have any? I want, you know, I have to order, I need cement. He said, well, I have about 100 bags or whatever. My dad took all he had. And then from then on, he, because of his kindness to Toby, if he hadn't gone and brought the 2 bags of cement to Toby's home so he could build the step, he wouldn't have been able to tell my father, this man has a business too and you can buy from him. And that man became a lifelong supplier of my dad's cement for his contracting business, hundreds of thousands of bags of cement. And of course, his business grew through that little bit that he poured in Toby's cup. So when you are thinking you do not have enough to give, hey, that is when you should give. When you are thinking and you give because it is writing a big fat check to the church so that they can see you're giving it, is that really? Is that it? Or should you make that phone call and say, hey, I really love you, I respect you, or send a message? That is giving too. So it's not just staying at home and write a check and think everything will work for you. No, it's not. That is not all. There is more to giving. You can fill the cup of a person who is you purport or believe to have a full cup. Remember, it's going to be released. Excuse me. The reason why they got that full cup, maybe it's because they're constantly emptying all they have into the hearts of others. Choose to do that for yourself. I don't know who is your Jesus move today. So choose to do this for yourself. When you're feeling low, you're feeling lost, disjointed, disconnected. It's just not, I'm not feeling myself. When last you said that? Remember the times you said, you know what, Tessa-Marie, I'm just not feeling myself. I'm not feeling too good. And you cannot really say why you're not feeling too good. And maybe it's not a physical, it's not a person that pinched you or hold you. Or, it's not that. You're just not feeling yourself. Let go. Just let go. And stop in the moment and check in with self. Why am I feeling like this? And when you find out, you go and you do something about it. And when you have tried everything you have possibly tried, that is when you bring out the big guns. And the big guns at that time becomes your gratitude journal. That is what happens. Your big guns become your gratitude journal. Because what I know for sure is when you're being grateful for what you see, hear, think, taste, and smell, you are not going to ever feel like you haven't got what you're looking for. Thank you, Rita. Whenever you're feeling that way, that you've done everything, no sign came, but you know you should stay on course, and you're still low because you're human nature. You want to see the world split in two, the opening of the Red Sea all over for you. Get out your gratitude journal. I don't know what is in it, but I'm sure I can't remember all what I write. Start your day with gratitude and see the miracles happening in your life. That is what it says on the cover of the book. And so when you cannot find anything, gratitude and in comparison, do not compare with others. Gratitude helps us to bless the past, keeps us in the present, and guides us to the future. So when you have done everything and you're still feeling low, you have a shower, you change your clothes, you put some perfume, you good makeup, you made yourself feel good, you had a nice cup of tea, you had something to drink, you had a white glass of wine, you had a piece of cheese, I don't know, and you're still not feeling it, pick up your gratitude journal and begin to be grateful that you have a nose on your face. At least that will make you smile. Begin to be grateful that you really do have 10 fingers and they are working. Begin to be grateful that you were able to put your own makeup on today. Begin to be grateful that when you press that button, the lights came on. Begin to be grateful that you were able to swallow. Begin to be grateful for the very breath of life itself. So as you're practicing all of these gratitudes, it will elevate you. And in some cases, you can make it so silly that you could laugh. And when you laugh, it brings a different energy to you. And even somebody sitting, what are you smiling at? You're so contented writing in your book there and you're smiling. Yeah. I'm smiling how blessed I am to have you sitting next to me. Give them something to think about. So when you are low and you have checked in with yourself and you cannot figure out what it is, you ask for a sign. Am I on the right path? What am I doing wrong? What should I do? And you get no answer. That is a sign you're okay. And if that still fails you, you're looking for more, you're demanding more, you're just not in it. You cannot tune in to the mighty and almighty universe and your God and all what it is within you. You stop and you start to be grateful. And if you cannot even write, you ever did a walking gratitude through your house? I am so happy and grateful. I have this chair that I sit in the morning and I drink my cup of coffee and I contemplate in there, right? I'm so happy and grateful. All what I see around me is amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. That is what gratitude will do for you. It will help you to concentrate on the present moment so that the future will be better because it will lift your energy and your vibration up. So this has been your morning blessing for today. So I know everyone is on vacation having a wonderful time and it's great. But those of you that were here today, what you got from this morning blessing is what you were supposed to get. Whether it was a diamond, a black pearl, or a nugget. And do not dismiss the nugget because the nugget has crevices and each crevice has a message. You receive the morning blessing and you take it and move. Just take one thing. Everything I say cannot be for everyone, but something could be for you. And maybe that thing, hold on, that is sticking in your mind right now, that thing in your mind right now is not for you. It's for the friend that's going to call you today and talk to you about something. And you're going to turn around and you're going to say, okay, all right, or are you okay? So remember that. The morning blessing is yours, it's for you. But it's for you to share too. I'm not talking about sharing it to others, that's a choice. But what I'm talking for you to do, if you have a communication with somebody today, and you remember something you got from the morning blessing, when the person say, you could, so-and-so, I can't find a way to do this. Say, you know what? If you cannot find a way to do this, then do nothing. Because that too is a sign. Remember that. Have a great day. You wonderful guys that hang on with me for dear life. Nancy, I'm going to really have Lynn and Nancy, Rita, Yuko, and Ryan, and Loretta. Thank you for keeping me going. You guys help to propel me when I have nothing to propel from behind to push me. I'm thinking, okay, what is going to come out today? I have no idea where it was going, but I know when you're feeling low, you have to go and check a lot of places in your life for you to come back up. And one of the things is to empty what you know into others for free, or turn around and start being grateful for your children, for the smiles, wherever they are. Because you gave them all you had to put them on earth. Remember, if you're a woman, 9 months free charge. Nobody can pay for that. Just like we can never pay our parents for that. So have a wonderful day. Love you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.